right, it is 6 o'clock. It is April 18th, Monday. Call this meeting to order. Start off with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, next we'll do the roll call.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Callister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Next, do we have anybody from the public who'd like to make a presentation? Okay, we move on to the consent agenda. Or, do we have any presentations from anybody? Next, we go to the consent agenda. We have the minutes of the April 4th, 2022 meeting, bills payable through March 18th, 2022, in the amount of $273,320.47. We have the March financial reports, renewal of a liquor license and outdoor sales, along with Sunday sales filed by Bill's Tavern, renewal of a beer permit filed by John Wagener Holdings, doing business as Can City. We have a renewal of a Class B beer permit and outdoor sales filed by the Jackson County Fair Association for the races, and a resolution extending an agreement and contract for fire protection for the City of Baldwin.
So moved. Second.
We have a motion by Holmes, seconded by Coleman.
Lyon and Coleman.
Oh, Lyon and
Lyon.
Coleman, I'm sorry, Lyon and Coleman. If we have no discussion, go ahead and take the roll.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Callister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, we have no public hearings, so we'll move into old business. Item A is an ordinance amending Title III, Chapter 3B, Section 23, pertaining to parking on snow routes of the Code of Ordinances for the City of Maquoketa, and this is our second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we got a motion by Callister,
Second.
second by Holm. So go ahead and take the roll.
I have no further comment.
Okay. If we have no discussion here, take the roll.
Lyon.
Yes.
Callister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
No.
That motion does pass. Next is item B. It's an ordinance amending Title VI, Chapter 4, Section 18, pertaining to water utility billing rates of our Code of Ordinances for the City of Maquoketa. And this, too, is a second reading.
So moved.
Okay, we had a motion by Callister,
Second.
seconded by Lyon. Do we have any discussion? We'll take the roll.
Callister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item C is an ordinance amending Title VI, Chapter 22, Section 5, pertaining to stormwater billing rates to the Code of Ordinances for the City of Maquoketa. And this also is a second reading.
So moved.
Motion by Callister,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. Do you have anything to add?
I do not, but if you don't mind me pausing, there was a hand up on the Zoom if you want to entertain that. Otherwise, we can maybe ask what they want to speak to and then apply it that way.
Sure.
Whoever's titled iPad, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, this is KMAQ. I don't have that on my iPad, but I can only hear you, Josh. I can't hear anybody else.
Okay, thank you. Okay, we'll just proceed.
Okay, well, if we have no more discussion, then go ahead and take the roll.
Coolman.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Callister.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item D is an ordinance amending Title VI, Chapter 3, Section 4, pertaining to sewer water utility billing rates in the Code of Ordinances for the City of Maquoketa. And this, too, is a second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion by Holmes, seconded by Good. Any discussion? Take the roll.
Good.
Yes.
Holm.
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Callister.
Yes.
Coolman.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. We've made it now to number 9, new business. It's an ordinance amending Title III, Chapter 3B, Section 16 pertaining to designated snow routes, the City Code of Ordinance for Makokura, Iowa. This is a first reading. You have anything?
For this one, this is related to the snow routes map and designating the snow routes as defined in your council packet. For this, we're identifying this in the city code. This is the first reading of it so that we can proceed forward on our 3 readings and have those be effected. Nothing further.
Okay. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Okay, motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. If we have no more discussion, take the roll.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
All right, that passes. Item B is a resolution approving an easement with MMEU for the Mitchell Masquerade property. Anything to add to that?
Just that this has been the work of Inspector Caranda, the GT Development who owns the mill, and MMEU have worked together to define an actual electrical easement over there that's been difficult to do, but this is finally in place and all the parties are signing off on defining the properties back there. So everyone's in support of this and we ask for your approval on this easement.
Okay. Do we have a motion? Okay. Got a motion by Holm,
Second.
seconded by Rickrell. And if there's no discussion, take the roll.
Simonson,
Yes.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item C is a resolution approving the Platt Street Project Change Order Number 9 in the amount of $82,399.94.
Thank you, Mayor. This particular item and the next item are somewhat related to the chart I handed out to each of you describing what our Platt Street finances are. We covered some ground here with the Finance and Personnel Committee on our last meeting. And in the interest of finding out what every decision the council has regarding Platt Street, what does it mean at the end of the day for you all? And we've defined that over the last month here as staff, and Andy Godkin or Goit? Wouldn't have gotten it. But he is in the audience tonight for some more answers if you are seeking them to get into some scientific details. But in effect, what's happened here is we've added a couple enhanced camera systems to the intersection at Western and Westgate, plus a few other things that we've outlined in this chart here. And you can see on the next change order what those are for. But these are the total project costs in aggregate in that chart that I've shown. And the amounts so far are $446,000 that have been extra. Things are still moving, but I put that in front of you so that you know exactly what these project costs are and how it impacts the city. And then we'll add that this does not touch the general fund. This does not touch the road use tax. This does not touch the general fund capital improvement plan. So the city's core funds are protected by these change orders, but I'm showing you here that these sources of where this money is coming from to pay for these types of change orders are complete, they're ready, and they're also required by council to approve. And with all our future business for the Platt Street project, it's our intention to come to you with authorization to do so. This example in number 9 goes back to around October of 2022, which isn't going to be our path forward. You all will be in the driver's seat to approve enhancements so that you can make the decision on behalf of the citizens. That's the way we want to deliver this to you. I've outlined in change order 9 what the backstory is for council consideration, but know that those are already installed at the moment as well, and that we need to effectively approve these 2 next agenda items so that we can keep the project moving forward, and then keep moving forward in a progressive and positive manner as the city comes to a close on this project. So I am asking for your support of this so that we can get this finished.
Okay. Does anybody want to make a motion?
I am only one vote, but I do want to see some of this stuff kind of pulled back, reins a little bit, just keeping maybe a better pulse on some of that stuff going. The spending is a lot on that project, and I get it. There's going to be change orders, but maybe some of the desired attractions we should maybe slow down on a little bit. But Otherwise, I'm fine with it. I just want to make sure there's a pulse on it, so.
Well, does anybody want to make a motion to this?
So who initially approved all this?
For change order 9, Public Works Director Frank Ellens and Mallory Smith.
So moved.
Okay, we had a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Simonson. Do we have any more discussion on this? We can go ahead and take the roll.
Rickrell,
Yes.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item D is a resolution, Platt Street Project Change Order Number 10, and that one's in the amount of $106,343.48.
Thank you, Mayor. This one, the council wouldn't have had as much of a, I guess, impact decision-wise. This is the result, Andy, if I'm correct here, this is the result of a 2021 year-end audit for materials. He cross-references this with Shig Fry. They agree to quantities, what amount of time and labor and materials is spent here, and this is the end result of the 2021 construction season. Some cost increases versus the original estimates, and kind of marks the 50% point to the project. I have a 30,000-foot view of it. Andy, do you have anything to add to that?
I think that's a good summary. I think, you put it well. It's just a year-end audit for all of the 2021 construction, and this is where it settled out.
I know I've asked Josh to his face, but I'm gonna ask you to your face. How many more of these surprises are we gonna find? I mean, we're looking at, I don't remember what the total is, but it's well over budget already. And I know you did this audit, which kind of catches that up and shows us where we're at. Where are we looking? I mean, we got another full season. Are we gonna look at another 500,000?
No, would be my real quick short answer. Being that the entire east side is reconstruction, as you hopefully all know, that kind of eliminates the where a lot of these surprises come from was piecemealing in the pavement, the utilities, curb replacement, that sort of thing. You know, you get to what's supposed to be a curb replacement limits, for example, and you say there's another joint 5 feet down the roadway or something. You know, same thing with driveways and sidewalks and that sort of thing. Being that this whole side's a reconstruction, you won't have those sorts of situations. That's and I should say, I think Josh probably mentioned this in his report, but you're at that $446,000 approximately number that you're over that you had mentioned. There are that amount of change orders. You're not necessarily over that much on the project. That's about 4%, 4.1% of the whole project budget, but you're not necessarily over that much. There are quantity underages at this point too, so that'll reduce that amount that you're over.
Let me add something, sorry Frank, real quick. So my father was a civil engineer over water bridge construction and loves this stuff. He'd work for free if he could. And he asked me, are you above 5%? And no, we're not. We're not at that point, and I think you should also consider materials cost increase. You know, 446 includes the assumed approval of number 9 and 10 here. And if you put together what's happened for material increase, plus some of these change orders and still being below 5%, I'd have to argue you're probably not in a bad spot, even though we think we might be. And I think that's important to remember, is that this is a big project, yes, but there's that 5% marker, which we haven't hit yet, which in my dad's experience is that threshold of we screwed up somewhere. You know, we lost money, or, you know, we spent too much money, whatever the case may be. So there's reasons to be positive, and we had an extraordinarily low bid set when this came out in 2017. And if it was done right and appropriately from the very beginning with engineering, design, and bid out correctly with all the quantities, we still would have paid this amount. I assume the council would have approved these build grants and everything else back then.
Well, the bad news is Andy's fired because your dad is now gonna do it for nothing.
Andy, do we have all the parts necessary to complete the East Platt Street project? And if we don't, isn't there an inflation risk when we purchase those parts? And that's going to be another,
You're referring to materials?
Yeah,
for the
materials.
Construction? No. I mean, this project is bid, that bid is locked in for the schedule of the project unless there's some sort
Oh,
of
okay.
scope change, you know, if the city decided to add another block or half block or something like that, then there'd be an opportunity for the contractor to renegotiate, but
okay,
if it stays in its current form, it's got the prices that it's gonna have.
it's good to know. Thank you.
Josh and Ant, getting to your original question, two of the major change orders we had last year also took care of the east side. Remember, you guys okayed the change order for flaggers for paving. That was for both the east and west side. You also okayed a pipe change from class 3 to class 5 pipe. That was also for the east and west side, so two major like changes took care of, you know, the east side also, so we won't have to go through that exercise, you know, for the east side.
I'm fine. I mean, if everything's in line, it's in line. I just don't wanna see another audit done and it's another 250,000 at the end of the construction.
Right.
I mean, I understand percentage game. That's easy to play. You know, on a $12 million project, you can make the percentage game look tiny, but it's still a lot of money to the city, right? So,
I don't want you to feel like there's an extra bait and switch here at all.
I don't feel that way. I just
Okay.
wanted, you've told me, I just wanted to hear Andy say it. you know.
Good question.
We've had a lot of engineering issues on the west half project. Now, what was that name of that company that,
Bolton and Mink.
Bolton and Mink? Are they the ones that did the engineering on this east half of the project?
Yeah, but this is like he says, a total reconstruction, so there's less room for error.
As I understand, yeah, it was assembled all as one plan set, one bid, one contract. So it was all designed by the same designer, and then
Are you confident of those plans?
I can say we've had a year plus to review these, so that, I mean, yeah, that gives me more confidence than starting fresh and having to, you know,
Work through them.
jump off with a brand new set that we haven't even laid eyes on yet.
Okay.
From our perspective, we've had that much more time to look at things and understand them and identify potential issues so we can head them off sooner.
Okay. Well, do we have any other questions, or somebody want to make a motion?
So moved.
Okay, we had a motion by Colister,
Second.
seconded by Holm. Is there any more discussion? Go ahead and take the roll.
Lyon,
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, item E is a discussion and possible motion to authorize payment to Chick Fry Excavating in the amount of $96,374.22.
Second.
A motion by Colister, seconded by Holm. Do you have something to add?
Just that, in preparation for the last two items, we had to put this behind them on the agenda. So I appreciate everyone being patient on the agenda here and understanding why that was.
Okay. We have no more discussion, take the roll.
Colister.
Yes.
Coolman,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item F is a resolution authorizing a downtown incentives grant to Infinity Satellites LLC in the maximum amount of $15,000.
So moved.
Second.
Was it Lyon? Okay, got a motion by Lyon, second by Colister. Any discussion here? Then go ahead and take the roll.
Coolman,
Yes.
Good,
Yes.
Holm,
Yes.
Simonson.
Yes.
Rickrell.
Yes.
Lyon.
Yes.
Colister.
Yes.
Okay, that motion passes. Item 10 is our reports and communications section. Do we have any reports from any council members? City manager?
Well, I'm being told by the local access room back here that the cameras and recording are working. So there will be a YouTube video for those online that want to review it with some finer detail. I apologize to you all that this wasn't perfectly clean, but at least they're able to hear me and consider those things. And this was still a public meeting for anyone to come to, so we're covered there. But if you're looking to review this later, it will be on YouTube in just a couple hours.
Okay. We have no executive session, so I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
We got a motion, we got a second to adjourn by Colister and seconded by Lyon. So, we're adjourned.
All in favor?
All in favor? There you go.